Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on THV 11 Plus. Hope you're having a great start to your Tuesday morning. If you're having to go to work, you're almost there. Holidays getting closer and closer, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
It's a good day. It's going to be great weather for it, and luckily, traffic-wise, we've been pretty light, and I think most folks are home. But today, tomorrow, and Sunday
those
are the big travel days. Yeah, mid-morning, I think, and they said early afternoon.
Today from noon until about 9.
Yes.
And tomorrow from 11 to 8. So people get a little bit of a jump start tomorrow, but those are the busy travel times. Over 73 million people hitting the road by car.
That's kind of scary driving at night.
That's right.
I mean, now you know you're old when you're scared to
The
drive
hubby and
at
kids
night.
are home.
Okay,
Well,
too.
not all the kids are home.
No, the kids are home.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah, well, my Lauren came home last night.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Nice.
and then Jake, I don't know, he won't commit. So I don't know when he'll be
There you
home.
go.
He keeps it open for me. So I'll
When he
expect
gets there, he gets there.
at some point.
Right. Yeah.
There's
Well,
always that-
traveling earlier the better, actually. So.
Oh, I see. I never wanted to. We made a pact. We're never traveling for like Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah.
We're home. We're here. We ain't
Yep.
going nowhere.
Yeah. Well, Sunday
Absolutely
is the
not.
worst. Sunday is
Right.
Because that's when
everyone
everybody's
is
going.
coming
Right.
back. Yeah.
The one day. Yeah.
Right. Well, we do have a couple of accidents that I want to tell you about right now. They're not causing any major delays. They are off to the shoulder, but you still need to know about these. One is on Rodney Parham near it is on Interstate 430 near the Rodney Parham exit. As you can see, this is 430 southbound. It is not really causing a slowdown, as I mentioned, but here's a closer look. Oh, it looks like another accident just popped up on Interstate 32, but this one here on 430 southbound, as you can see. And then we have another accident on 440. This is near exit 3 on 440 westbound, not causing any slowdowns here either, with it being off to the right-hand shoulder. And it looks like we have another accident that just popped up here on the 430 interchange. This is off to the right-hand shoulder, and it is 430 westbound near exit 129 at I-30. So just be aware that there are 3 accidents right here in the Little Rock area at this time. So let's take our time and slow down. There shouldn't be a whole lot of volume on our roads. In fact, if you can take a look here, if you're coming in from Conway, Benton, or Cabot, it looks great. So we've just got to be careful. I think everyone's a little bit distracted. They're thinking about their plans for Thanksgiving, maybe, Tracy. We've just got to focus on the road this morning.
Yeah, we're almost there, and now we are starting out with some cloudy skies this morning, and some of those clouds are a little bit lower, and we do have a little bit of patchy fog out there. But again, I promise you, above those clouds, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a nice day ahead, and all that fog will be out of here before long, and those clouds as well. We are starting out this morning at 59 in the capital city, and we are seeing a lot of 50s across the state. Again, not much variation in those temperatures. Today, hour by hour, again, a mix of sun and clouds, and looking for that high right around 65. Might get up to a little more 68 if we can get a little more sunshine in there, but a westerly breeze around 10 miles per hour as we're heading into the overnight hours. We've got a front coming through, and that's going to shift those winds more northerly, and that means when you wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be in the 40s. It's going to be a little chilly, but look at all that beautiful sunshine. It's a great travel day, and those highs only in the low 50s again, so very, very nice. And Thanksgiving Day looking even better. So enjoy all this gorgeous weather. We're going to get these clouds out of here before long, and we'll talk more about the timing of all of that coming up.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Developing this morning, a federal judge throws out criminal cases involving the former FBI director James Comey and New York's Attorney General Letitia James, ruling the prosecutor was appointed illegally. CBS News' Bradley Blackburn explains why this may not be the final word for the Justice Department.
I'm grateful that the court ended the case against me.
A big victory for former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. A federal judge dismissed the Trump administration's cases against them Monday, ruling that the prosecutor who brought them, interim U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan, was unlawfully appointed. The White House is pushing back.
It is our position that Lindsay Halligan is extremely qualified for this position, but more importantly, was legally appointed to it.
Halligan took over the role after the former U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia was ousted for refusing to bring the cases. James faced charges of bank fraud and making false statements to a financial institution, while Comey had been charged with obstruction of Congress and making false statements during a Senate hearing back in 2020. Both deny the allegations.
The message has to be sent that the President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies.
Attorney General Pam Bondi has vowed to appeal.
We'll be taking all available legal action.
Legal experts say an appeal could be difficult for Comey's case, with the charges now beyond the 5-year statute of limitations.
For James Comey, it could mean the end of the case, depending on the timing. For Letitia James, likely not.
Though Bondi says she believes an appeal will be successful. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And Letitia James responding to the ruling, saying the case wasn't about justice or the law, but an effort to target her. They say they will keep fighting any further politically driven charges through every legal avenue.
Another high-stakes clash. The Defense Department is investigating former Navy captain and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, accusing him of serious misconduct. President Trump is calling for consequences, accusing Kelly and 5 other Democrats of seditious behavior. It comes after a video posted by the group tells service members to refuse to follow any illegal orders. The administration calls their comments treasonous. The Pentagon even says Kelly could be recalled to active duty for a court-martial to be held. Kelly has not yet replied. The DoD also reminding troops they are required to follow lawful orders. Kelly is only one of the 6 who can be legally recalled. We continue our coverage of the Amazon Lit 1 facility in Little Rock, with officials now confirming the facility is closing indefinitely.
It's a decision impacting thousands of employees and several unanswered questions this morning. THV 11 spoke with workers who say they're still trying to make sense of it all, and Tamer Knight has more. Tamer?
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. It was just last week when Amazon announced the permanent closure of the 4-year-old Lit 1 facility. Many may have wondered what that meant for their packages, but for workers inside, they say the real question is, what about us? Amazon revealed its Lit 1 facility didn't meet seismic code, forcing an initial 3-day shutdown on October 22nd. That timeline was extended first to November 7th, then to the 21st, before the company announced the closure would be indefinite. Amazon says errors in the initial design and failure to meet seismic standards led to the decision to shut down the 3.6 million square foot facility. More than 4,000 employees who worked inside are now without a job. For Georgie Wagner, a seasonal worker, says she had received her offer letter to start work on October 30th, but never expected she wouldn't walk the doors for her first official day.
When they posted saying that they were paying all of their full-time employees, I was like, no, they're not, because you just fired a good portion of your employees that hadn't even got to start yet, but you were paying us to work for you.
Now, the company says qualifying employees will receive 90 days of pay and transfer opportunities, but unfortunately for Wagner, she says she doesn't fall in that category. Amazon says it's working to find placements for impacted employees at other facilities, but for thousands, including seasonal staff, it's still unclear what comes next. For THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
Feeling for those families at this time of year.
Especially. Yeah, Tamer, thanks.
7:08 this morning, a new grant is giving rural communities a major boost in building up their EMS workforce. The Arkansas Rural Health Partnership says the funding amounts to roughly $500,000 coming from the Delta Regional Authority's SEDAP program. The money will support a state-of-the-art mobile simulation training unit. The partnership says this unit will expand access to EMS training, improve quality, and reach more providers across the region. The group's founder sharing a statement with our newsroom calling the project transformative. CEO Melly Bogani says it will expand hands-on training and enhance the quality of care in rural communities. Well, crews are getting ready to improve fish habitats on Lake Ouachita. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will cut and drop trees in the lake over several days in December to create new shelters for bass, crappie, and bream. Now, 7 barges will move the materials from the Crystal Springs ramp, and each spot will be logged by GPS. Once the work wraps up, these coordinates will be posted online so anglers can find the new fishing hotspots.
Time now 7:09. A Little Rock teenager is turning his passion for running into a force for good. Ben Blackman is a senior at Episcopal Collegiate and can now add philanthropist to his list of accomplishments. He organized a race that grew far beyond his expectations. This past spring, he held the event at Burns Park in North Little Rock and to his surprise raised $10,000, all of which he donated to Children's Hospital.
I did not foresee this, but it was really rewarding signing that big check. But it was really cool. So I do plan on doing it again with Children's and keeping that relationship with them.
Now Ben is already setting his sights on next March, hoping to make an even bigger impact with the return of the race.